All right, Aries, this is your February 2021 Situationship Tarot Scope. I'm Ryan with Arrows of Love. Welcome back to my channel. Aries, I'm sorry about not getting your February video not sooner. I've had my own things going on. Astrologers have their own difficult transits too at times, so I apologize for that. But I am going to do your mid reading first. The big thing you need to know, Aries, for the rest of February is that there is a concentrated amount of energy still in your 11th house of Aquarius. Aquarius is 11 signs past Aries. The 11th house has to do with friends, community, your global communications. I already said friends. This is your hopes, wishes, and dreams. See, Mercury is in retrograde right now in Aquarius, and it's really affecting me. So if I'm not sounding myself, I apologize. And I am reading reversals in the tarot, so it's just a very odd time with so many planets sitting in Aquarius. There's like 6 planets over there right now, but you, Aries, your ruling planet Mars is in your 2nd house of earned income, possessions, resources, self-worth. And Uranus, which is sitting in Taurus as well, the change maker, shock and awe, liberation, rebellion, sudden change, is going to be making a square over to Saturn sitting in that 11th house on February 17th. So when the two meet up in a challenging angle like a square, we can see some really volatile energy. So that could be things coming up with self-worth, income, resources and possessions, and then with your friend group, community, hopes, wishes, and dreams, technology. And Mercury is going to be retrograding for another 5 days until, what is today? It's the 15th today. So, until the 20th, and then it stations direct. It's going to take a few days for it to move. So this is going to be a really challenging time for people, generally speaking. So you just know that that's what's coming up for you. So your situationship reading, Aries, works like this. I pull one card from the Angels Oracle for you, one card for them, and then we clarify with the tarot. So you get to see how the other person is thinking, what they're up to, whether or not it's going to work, whether or not or flirting or dating with someone else, whatever it might be. It's a situationship. It doesn't matter if you're single, partnered, looking, dating, bed buddies, whatever. It doesn't matter. So this is the situation. So think about who it is you're thinking about, your love interest, your interest, whatever that might be. And then we will see what the tarot and the angels have to say about that. So Aries, like I said, a lot sitting in that friend group. So maybe you're hearing from old friends, a lot to do with possessions, not so much happening in the love departments, but doesn't mean love can't be found, right? All right, so let's pull a card for you. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Very nice card. Okay, this is for them. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So they might be having some issues with relatives. Parents in particular. All right, so let's pull 3 cards for you, Aries. You have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So you need to have that inner child come out. For them, they might be dealing with some other things, but we're going to clarify with the tarot. Like I said, I am reading reversals now. Mercury retrograde. We got to deal with some... Mercury retrograde is review, adjust, and slow down. So it's going to be pointing to something in that 11th house. There's like no doubt in my mind. Something has to be readjusted for you. But we'll see how this relates to love. All right, Aries. 3 cards for them, 3 cards for you. You, the Hermit. Queen of Wands. Page of Wands. Ooh. Okay. okay? This is for them. King of Wands. Judgment. And Three of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Aries, you definitely, you might be keeping your romantic interests a secret because the Hermit's out. And the Hermit is the isolation card. It's the quarantine card. So you might be keeping your feelings to yourself, or you might be doing some really deep reflection about what it is you actually want. And you're trying to bring in that romance. You're trying to bring in that attraction. And right now, it's just not easy. That second house, that's where Mars is at. It's at its detriment in the second house, in your second house of Taurus. This is a house ruled by Venus. Mars is the divine masculine, Venus is the divine feminine. So when Mars is in Venus's sign, doesn't do so well. So you might be reviewing some things on the self-worth. Who is worthy of being in your presence? Who is worthy of your love? Who's worthy of your attention? And you might be reviewing this on the friend level, but you might be reviewing this on a romantic level as well. You're going deep. You're doing that evaluation. This is the isolation card. This is you going very introspective to decide who is worthy of your time. And you're coming out soon. Because the Queen of Wands is you. I mean, for all practical purposes, Wands represent Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with one of them, and it's likely the case. But here, the Queen of Wands is naturally an extrovert, a social creature, draws people into her because of her energy. It is magnetic on every level. So this is probably what you're trying to exude, or, maybe this is who you're dealing with. But I think this is what you're trying to get back to. This is very much an Aries type of energy. And you'll notice the black cat down here too, which is telling you that you need to use that third eye intuition. So the situation here calls for you to use your senses beyond what it is you would typically use, Aries, which is, I need to see it to believe it. You need to use your third eye to understand what is going on here and understand that maybe things don't, you got to go beneath the surface here. There's something else happening. But there's definitely going to be communication, sex messages maybe. This is the fire page. So when I see this come out, maybe there's some sex messages happening here. But with the Hermit card, maybe you're getting these, but you're not responding to it. Maybe you're just not having it, Aries. Maybe there's an attraction issue here. But you're not enjoying the moment. There's something that you're dealing with, and I think it's just you having some introspection. But it could be that this is coming very soon because Mars is going to square Venus on February 19th, and that could be tidal waves of sexual energy. So it's kind of like having breakup sex. Or makeup sex, or however you want to put it. It doesn't really matter. But that's how I kind of see this. It's you coming out of your shell and being kind of your jovial self. So, but the thing is, the other person has some things they're working on. Okay, so maybe this is the reason why you're kind of feeling isolated, or they're just not responding to your text messages or your advances the way that they normally would, because they're dealing with some family things here. And it looks like it could be dad or a father type figure, because the King of Wands is here. This is definitely, generally speaking, I don't assign gender, but, it's someone acting like the King of Wands. So think about what the King of Wands is. It's the antithesis of the Queen. This guy also knows what he wants, and he doesn't wait around. Fire is It's not just the bursting out of energy. It's a pioneering, taking action, putting forth the intention for what it is they want. And this is a person that definitely knows what they want and they know how to get it. So, they could be dealing with this person who's acting like a king. It could be my way or the highway type of energy here. But there's going to be a decision. A decision's coming here. Judgment is right after the king. The king is serving some judgment. So if you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, another fire sign, it looks like they're going to be making a decision about these family issues very soon. Because here you have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So, this is definitely, there's three in the boat too. So, for some of you out there, it's a family situation of three. That's what your significant other is going through. And it's a situation to break ties, essentially. The Judgment card is coming down, and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse is definitely, a delay, restriction, things not going the way you would assume they would. So there could be a rift here, and Saturn is going to square Uranus on the 17th. That is the status quo versus liberation, change. And this is going to play out in everyone's life in a different way, but this is getting the no. It's not going to go the way they expect it to, whatever this is. Let's pull one card for the outcome. Okay, so it's the Empress. This is Venus. I just talked about the fact that Venus and Mars, your ruling planet, are going to go into this square. That's a challenging angle, but when the two meet up in this angle, it can be tidal waves of sexual energy, just massive sexual energy, or it could be a huge fight. Like, it's one or the other. So when this comes up in the upright or even in the reverse, here I would say Venus is going to soothe things over. This is all happening in the friend sector. That's where she's sitting right now. Venus is sitting in the friend sector in your 11th house. It just made some conjunctions with Saturn, which can be tough love. That brings up a lot of endings potentially. And it's going to bring up some old family stuff too, potentially, it looks like. So I'm going to say the outcome for your significant other here, it's going to be rocky. But Venus is going to help soothe things over as she moves into Pisces toward the end of the month. And in Pisces, she's exalted. So give it some time. The healing energy will eventually come here. I think you guys are actually going to be fine, but they're going to be going through some things. And just know that, if they're not responding to you in the way that you hope, this is the reason why, Aries. All right. Until next time, Aries, good luck.